Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another live beer review. Before we get going, I'm going to wait and hope that some people jump in and comment. So until we sort of get going, anyone watching, I've just got to, no one's watching at the moment, so I don't even know why I'm doing it. Somebody's coming. Somebody's coming now. So welcome. Thanks for joining me, whoever's popped in. Like I say, or was saying before anyone popped in, what I'm going to do is wait for a couple to jump in. So I've just poured myself a glass of Palm Amber Ale from the Perfect Draft Pro. So we'll go with that for now. We'll wait for some more people to hopefully jump in, comment, say something. So we'll just have a quick slurp. Now, you've disappeared. That was very good. That was somebody jumped in and went straight away. So I'm sitting here talking to myself. Like I say, I've got Palm Amber Ale from the Perfect Draft Pro. So I'll just sit here gas bagging for 5 minutes and see if anyone pops in. Obviously, the point of this live is the fact that I've hit 2,000 subscribers and still not one of them can be asked to come and tune in. Yeah, I've hit 2,000 subscribers. I was saying last weekend that when I get there, I would be reviewing this certain beer. Monday morning come and I hit that mark. So I decided to set up a live for doing this. So what will be coming up, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail and whatever else it was, I put up the post anyway, basically, is from Sierra Nevada. And we've got their Trip in the Woods barrel aged series. And this is a rum barrel aged quadruple coming in at 11.7%. But like I say, until we get a few more people watching, I've got a Palm Amber Ale, Sierra Nevada, out of America. Obviously, you know, says it all, doesn't it? Really. And like I say, they do lots of different ones of these. So hopefully you're going to enjoy watching this and see what it's like. I'm going to enjoy drinking it, no doubt. But why we have no sod in, I'm just going to have to sit here and talk to myself and leave it. I might actually come out of it, actually. I can't end it because I'll have to set it all up again, won't I? 2.5 minutes in and no sod's joined me. So I'm sitting here talking to myself. 2 people are in. Thank you very much. It'd be nice if somebody actually puts a comment up and at least lets me know that somebody's in there, as well as the number on the screen. There we go. Neil Doherty's in. Thank you, Neil. I was sitting here for 3 minutes talking to myself, mate. I'm good. I was thinking this was going to be a complete disaster. Been rambling away to myself, and probably everything I've said has been a complete waste of time. Yes, I'm good anyway, Neil. Hope you're well, mate. Kev Spinach, or Spinach, not spinach, Spinach. Are you, mate? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, like I said, to celebrate my 2,000 subscriber, we've got a beer from Sierra Nevada. It's their Trip in the Woods, and this is their rum barrel aged quadruple coming in at 11.7%. Raggy's in. Thank you very much, Raggy. Cheers, pal. And this is a pint of this. So that should be fun. I'm going to crack that open in a bit. But for now, I've just got the Palm Amber Ale coming in at 5.2%. That's from the Perfect Draft Pro. I wanted to wait until more people joined because I thought I'm going to be here for ages just chatting away to myself. So what is anyone drinking out there? Being as you've joined me, is anyone having a beer? What are you drinking? Have you had a good day? Have you had a shit day? Are you, Trev? Thanks for joining in, mate. Kev said 11.7%. Jesus, yes, mate. It's a big old beast. It's not going to be one that I'm going to be knocking back, especially in that size bottle. I mean, if I show you the Bourbon counties that I have, they're a pint bottle. They are literally 568 ml. They're a pint. So you can see the difference there. Hang on, where are we going there? So there's a huge difference. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a beast to drink. 1664 on his 6-1. Trevor's nice one, Trevor. Clever, Trevor. Lee Renshaw, thoughts on Palm? Now you've had a few. I like it. I think it's still the same as what I thought. It still reminds me of sort of like a bit of an English ale, slightly sweet and that. I wouldn't say it's as easy drinking as maybe as what I thought to start off with. I mean, I've been doing other reviews and I've got other beer on as well. I've got that one there on as well. So obviously I'm not chucking it down my neck. It's probably something I can drink 2 or 3 of, and that's about it really. And then have a bit of a break again. But it's all right. It's nice enough. Northern Southerner's in. Big JB's in. Hello, mate. Big congratulations. Thank you, pal. Much appreciated. I should put some of the old messages up, shouldn't I? And Kev has commented again. He's got a few tigers to get down with a Thai curry. Lovely, lovely. Excuse me. Lee's come back. Better than Shelby on the PD. Well, I actually didn't mind Shelby. It wasn't the greatest beer, granted. It was an old school sort of IPA. Like I said, I didn't mind Shelby. I don't mind this. But I think they're both similar in the sense that I think it's 2 or 3 pints at a time, and then that's enough. And you want something else. The flavors are nice, but it is a little bit maybe not run of the mill, but it does get a little bit boring after a little while. That's what I would say. You like the Shelby? Hang on, let's just go back to Lee again. Lee liked the Shelby. Well, if you liked Shelby, mate, I think you'll like this. It's that sort of drink. For me, it wasn't one I could sort of hammer, and this is the sort of same thing. It's nice enough flavors, nice, easy going, but I think once you've had 2 or 3, you want something a little bit different. But it's nice. It's nice. I'm down to about 5 pints now, 5.5 pints. So it has lasted a while. I think it's been in. Can't think how long it's been in actually. About 10 days, 10 or 11 days it's been in. So. Andrew Moy. I do apologise if I pronounce your name wrong, which I probably have. Just poured himself a Hasseröder, Baz. Lovely jubbly, yeah. Hasseröder, unsung hero on the perfect draft. Lovely drop. Certainly one I'd recommend as well. It's cheap as well. So it's worth getting it. Trev's come in, a few of them, and you'll forget that fuel bill. I'll tell you what, I suppose a few glasses of this, if you chuck that in something like a 250ml glass or something, you would be having a few. Yeah, you soon forget your fuel bill. Christ. We're lucky actually because we not long had double glazing fitted. We live in a housing association place because special needs daughters, so we got a special place for her with lift and all that lot. So they replaced the windows and doors. So we don't actually worry about the heating now, because what it was like before was a bit of a nightmare, but now it's like a bloody oven all the time. So we're quite lucky. Deep in RC, happy Friday, Baz. Looking forward to Elvis juice on the PD. You are, or I am. If you are, that's great. Am I? I don't know. I'm not wildly excited by it, but I will pick up a keg. I will try it. Hopefully, it'll be like what it used to be. I think the percentage has gone back up, so it's going to be 6.5%. Hopefully, and hopefully it hasn't changed. The recipe or anything hasn't changed. So hopefully it'll be all right. Hopefully it'll be all right. But I will give it a go, and no doubt it's going to be another £40 keg, no doubt. Luke John Beer Reviews. Are you, mate? How are you? He's just cracking open my bottle. Just cracking my bottle to open too, Baz. But you've got one of these, mate, have you? Have you got one of these, pal? Nice one if you have. Be interesting to hear your thoughts when you try it as well. Mark the Pondering Man, can we have 2,000 likes tonight? One for each subscriber. Let us send this live. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Much appreciated, mate. I know exactly what you're getting at. Yeah, if you want to like it, that's great. I'm not going to push it too much, but yeah, if you want to like it, feel free to like it, you know. And a big thank you as well to everyone who has subscribed, the new subscribers recently. Much appreciated. It's when you get extra subscribers and you reach landmarks that it makes it all worthwhile as well. So it is much appreciated. John 78, hi Baz. I'm in work, unfortunately. Tried that little beer lager after your review. Nice drop. Reminded me of Zip for a bit. Interesting because, like I said, I found it more like Birra Messina myself, and I've done the review of that as well. So it's quite interesting that you thought it was like that. But yeah, it's not a bad drop. If it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, I know that, but it's not a bad drop. And If you like it, that's all that matters. JB, Three Hills Coconut Donut Stout, mate. Highly recommend. Well, send one over, pal. You know where I live. And if you don't, I can soon tell you. Ah, right. Okay. Any idea when it's out, Lee? I heard it was supposed to be out the end of this month or last month. It's at the end of the month now. If they're saying it's £41.90, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me, but it'll be interesting to try. Cheers, Thomas. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. I've got an Irish beer as well coming up, Thomas, so you'll be glad to hear that. My first sort of Irish craft beer. I think I had the Irish stout that was from M&S, from Carlo Brewing Co. But otherwise, not really had anything Irish. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. I won't pay that for a Brewdog beer. Yeah, I mean, what it needs to be is if it's like the old Elvis juice and there is, and you are getting a decent draft quality beer, I suppose it's not too bad, but I can see why some people won't buy it. But unfortunately, Lee, there will be hundreds that will rush out and buy that because they love Brewdog and, they'll think that is fantastic. But it's another addition to the range and it'll be interesting to see it. Luke John Beer Reviews. I have indeed, pal, reviewing it presently. Cool. Nice one, mate. Nice one. I will be too. Once I get this down me, I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. Which, of course, I'm not complaining about. I love all the comments. It's great. It's great. And I keep going past millions of comments. Northern Southerner saying hello to Mark. Please dislike and report. Thank you very much, Thomas. That's very kind of you. Love the box opening video. Some nice ones in the box. Yes, mate. Really good, I reckon. The Trembling Madness. Obviously, I didn't know with the S43 what I was going to get. And a little bit, a bit miffed that I got two of the same ones. But hey ho, doesn't matter. One to drink, one to enjoy. But the Trembling Madness ones, yeah. I think I've got a nice selection there. There was some that I really wanted to get anyway. And there was some that were different, and picking a cider up was a bit of a weird one, but yeah, some interesting ones there. Yes, Northern Southerner Thomas, listen to JB. He'll tell you off. He's my bouncer, and he's big enough to bounce as well. Where's your blue spanner? Tell me about it, Thomas. I tell you, I don't know how to do all that spanner shit. I said that last time. Lee Renshaw, out now, mate. Is it? Is Elvis Juice out now? Right, I need to get my arse into gear, don't I? The only thing is, I prefer ordering 3 kegs. So if that's the only new one, I'll have to look if the Quack ones are back in, and I can order 3 kegs. I'll probably put an order in, but otherwise I'll probably wait a bit. Thomas from Window Beer Reviews. He's on the Rock Shandy Pale Ale from Rascals Brewing. Any good, Thomas? Any good, mate? Bloody hell, I got that many. My dream car. My dream car. Dream car. I've got to admit, I can't stand Audis. And I can't stand, not Aldis, Audis, Audi cars. I can't stand Audis and I can't stand Audi drivers because, well, we all know. But I've got to admit, the R8 Spider, something like that, I would quite happily have one of them. Quite happily have one of them. Ford Capri gear. Oh, rolling back the years, JB. I bet you was around when you was probably building the first model that come out, you cheeky sod. Do I have any tattoos? Really? Is this really you, Thomas? I have loads of tattoos, mate. Loads. Thomas Car Park. Yeah, very good, Mark. Yep, and Mark thanking JB. JB going, no worries. Are you in any weird WhatsApp? Have we got somebody on here that's taking the piss or something? Or is this, I don't know. This doesn't seem like Thomas to me. All right, then. Describe the rest of your life in 5 words. hopefully relaxed, drunk, happy, old and knackered. There we go. Paul Greenwood, evening Baz, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Paul, for joining us. And Norman, so yeah, Thomas is on the mushrooms. He's on something. I think he's on more than that bloody pale ale, I reckon. So I've caught up with all the comments now. So we'll get this down my neck. I won't neck it too much. Maybe it can just sit there for a little bit. But yeah, anyone that's joined in late, you would have seen the thumbnail. This is the beer I will be doing. Hang on, where are we there? It's from Sierra Nevada. This is their barrel age series, and this is Trip in the Woods. And this is their rum barrel aged quadruple, coming in at 11.7%, 9 fluid ounces, which it says is a pint. It says it's a pint. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced because this is actually a pint. And I think that's a bit bigger. That's a 750ml bottle. It's got to be a 750. So there might be a few glasses then going down. Now I've got a few different glasses here. What to put it in? I've got to admit, I think I might end up putting it in my golden dragon egg glass because they do quads and what have you. So I think a quad in that will look nice. I'll catch up on some more of the comments. Do I believe in ghosts? Yeah. Every time I wake up in the middle of the night and I see my missus next to me, I think, bloody hell, it's a ghost. And then she talks. Mark the Pondering Man had a full Capri Laser. Only car I ever had, loved it. But it was rubbish going around corners. I knew someone when I first moved around here, actually. They had a Ford Capri 3 litre thing, an injection thing, black and all fancy. He was a bit of a, I wouldn't say, yeah, how could I put it? He's a bit of a Tom Selleck, he was. He sort of looked the part in it, and all, to be fair. Lovely bloke, by the way. Not that you really care. Paul Greenwood, some live streams got hacked this week. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this Thomas, to be honest. I'm not sure if it is Thomas, to be honest. I don't know. But who knows? Northern Southerner, Mark, he's jealous. Rate Beer Paul got hacked on a live this week. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if something's there, because to me doesn't seem like Thomas, to be honest. American pints are smaller. Well, I thought that as well, Steve. But I'll tell you what, it says on this bottle, 1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces. There is no way that is a pint. That is massive. That's a 750, isn't it? We'll just go with 750. Fuck it, 750, isn't it? Right. Where are we? I've lost all my places. Yeah, he's been on the mushrooms, blah, 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 blah. We are moving. Invisibility, Thomas, the power to perv. Biddy Beer Reviews, congrats on the 2,000, buddy. Cheers, pal. Much appreciated. Kev Spinage. Is that how you say it, Kev? Or should I just say Kev? Save get anything wrong. Had a Dolomite Sprint. Looked amazing, but kept breaking down. Jesus Christ. Kev, you're making me feel old now, mate. I tell you, you're making me feel old. It might be a very thick bottle, Baz. That is very true. I don't know if it's going to be as thick as the bugger reviewing it. I don't know. The 750 mils normally. That, yeah, I was thinking it was more 750, to be honest. But it's just the mental thing that it says on the side. The fact that US pints are smaller, but it says a pint on there, I don't know, baffles me. Hillman Imps look great lowered. God dear. We're going back to bloody, it's like we're going back to the 70s with cars and what have you. Mark's commented, the British Imperial pint is about 20% larger than the American pint. Like I said, Mark, this Bourbon County is actually 568 ml British pint, and it's a damn sight smaller than that, like I say. Hang on, there we are. So yeah, we'll go with 750. Does it matter? Does it matter? Kev's commented spinach, yeah, or spin. Beardy Beard reviews, US pint is 477. Yeah, I thought it was somewhere near that. Beardy. So I've called up now. I managed to pause Thomas. No doubt he'll be back in 5 minutes, but if he keeps carrying on, someone tell me, how do I... I'd have to come out. I don't know how to do the spanner thing, but I could probably do with a couple of people sort of just watching, and if they see anyone being a little bit over the top, block them out, really. So what I'm going to do, exactly, Mark. Who cares? It's all going to be drunk tonight, and it will be all drunk tonight. It might not all be drunk in sort of like half an hour, but it will all be drunk. Andy Does Ales come in. Evening all. Just got in from work on the Steambox Soul Train White IPA at the moment. All right. Where did you get that from, Andy? Interested. I had a Steambox one from Lidl. The funnel blower stout porter it was. So let me know where you got that from. I think they're quite local as well, aren't they, Andy? Or reasonably sort of West Midlands things, I think. Jimmy Guitarist has popped in and said hello. How do, mate? How are you? Got my wife who's just popped in and trying to be all sneaky. I know. JB said hello to Andy. Brett said, you deserve it, pal. Thank you very much, Brett. We all deserve it, don't we? We all work hard at doing this, and we all try and get people to watch. So whatever we get out of it is earned for everyone. All right. Is that where they're from? I don't know. They're West Midlands, haven't they? The Steambox. I could be wrong. Let me know. Andy saying hello. Oi, oi, JB. Hang on, let's cancel that bit because I'm knocking the whole bloody thing off. Yeah, so we're caught up with the comments now. We got 18 watching. Let's stop rambling on. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave that for now. So we'll put that to one side, and we'll get this one finally cracked open. Gadinator. I watch your videos all the time. A lot of oh yeah. Let's quickly put this up. Watch your videos all the time. A lot of respect on the La Virgin tonight. First time trying it on the PD Pro. Not tried. I've not had the La Virgin ones for a long time. It was actually when I first started doing YouTube, actually. So it's over 2 years ago. It's probably about 2 years since I actually reviewed it. And I think when I got them short dated at the time. So I got like 3 kegs for 45 quid. So that's when I done both of the La Virgin. So I do need to go back and try them. Excuse me. But the problem is they keep releasing new kegs, so I keep trying to do the new kegs. And if I do get a chance, what I try and do is do some of the older beers that I've done. For instance, Left Brune. I got Left Brune, so I want to try that on the PD Pro at a different temperature. So, but like I say, everything just never happens. JB's on. Poor Baz is talking to. No, I know. I've got no time, JB. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Otherwise, I end up getting about 50 comments behind. And Muleboy, happy Friday from Scottish Islands. Thank you, Muleboy, for joining in and coming to watch me try and drink this beer and see what we get. So I got to admit, I'm a little bit scared because these can be a little bit feisty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bang it in my old Golden Drac glass, because they do quadruples and that. So if it's good enough for Golden Drac, it's good enough for this one. Jesus Christ. That's it. Here we go. Right. And quickly, Gadinator. I'm hoping Madry gets released on the PD. Oh, God. I don't know if you've seen my review of it, but I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest. But if you like it and it comes out and everyone else likes it, that's all that matters. So let's get cracking. Like I say, Sierra Nevada, Trip in the Woods, Barrel Age Series, Rum Barrel Age Quadruple, coming in at 11.7%. Let's try and get this open. And before we get going, again, Lee Renshaw, where did you get that from, Baz? I got it from Beer Hop, which is no longer about. They closed down. I'll tell you the price actually while I'm here. Not cheap. I got it from Beer Hop. Now, it was reduced. I put money by for beer. Thomas is back. Are you sure this is you, Thomas? Because I'm not convinced. I don't mind you asking questions, but I don't think this is the Thomas I know. Yeah, Lee. I got it from Beer Hop, which is no longer online. They had to shut down. They'd done a lot of American beers. I think they were just basically American beers. This was reduced. And like I say, with my beer money, I kind of put it to one side because it was reduced. It's not something I buy very often, sort of like the big expensive ones. But I thought I'd treat myself to this. So it should have been, this should have been on Beer Hop, £23.95. So not cheap. It actually cost me £16.99. So I did get a bit of a saving. But funny enough, the order that I put in on Trembling Madness the other day, I think this was actually £25.95 on there. So I actually had a really good price. So there we go, Thomas. That's it. JB's at it. We'll let JB do that. So let's get this open. So it's a Cajun cork. You got a nice little, I don't know if I can get that to show there, focus or anything. Sierra Nevada branding around it and the hops. Hopefully it's not going to explode. We've got a lovely cork, lovely label as well, as you've seen about 50 times. It's got a lot of spiel on the back, going on about their barrel aging. And it's ready to blow. It hasn't gone. Plenty of smoke you could see there. Plenty of smoke. £16.95 for one bottle. Yes, mate. It was a treat. It was a treat. Remember, barrel aged. It's coming from America. It's a 750ml bottle. And it's 11.7%. So it doesn't really surprise me. It's that price. But I was lucky getting it at the price I did, in all fairness. Northern Southerner. Let's just quickly go back. Yes, nice to treat yourself, Lee. It's nice to have the odd little splash out in it. And obviously, I know Kev's a little bit surprised at the price, but some beers you do pay for it. JB saying 27 minutes in, and I must be gagging for a drink. Death by Cocktails popped in. Evening, mate. Really hope this is as good as it sounds. So do I, mate. At £16.95, it wants to be. And again, same as you, Kev. I hope it's really nice. So in a glass, look at that. A deep sort of, how can you, the deep brown sort of mahogany sort of colour. You're seeing it a bit darker on the screen. We've got about half a finger of tan head on there. I can't really, there is a little bit of carbonation going up the side of the glass. And it actually looks, when I'm swilling that, it looks real thick, dense, heavy. It looks really good. Craig H, evening Baz, congrats on the 2000. Thank you very much, Craig, much appreciated. Thomas is saying hi to Death by Cocktail. Bramall Backroom Brewery has come in and said hello and congratulations. Thank you very much. Rob, I believe it is, isn't it? I do apologize if I've got that wrong. I do apologize. And Kev said it looks really nice. It does, Kev. It looks really decent. So let's go in on the nose. I'm going to get behind on comments. Yeah, you're getting that rum. Malty, sort of aniseed, dark fruits. You're getting the rum, like I've just said. It's going to be complex. There's going to be lots of bits that I'm going to keep picking up as I go along. But for me, yeah, you got that malt aniseed, dark fruit thing going on in there. Maybe a little hint of caramel, but let's stop waffling on and let's give it a taste. Hopefully it's going to be bloody good. Fingers crossed. Oh, that is divine. That is divine. Yeah, I'm falling behind, mate. I know. That is divine. Let's go in again. Yeah, it's a bit boozy, but the body on this, the body is absolutely fantastic. It's not like that thick gloopy body on it. but it's just a good sort of heavy body. It is absolutely smooth as silk to drink. You put your mouth through that head into the drink, and it's like putting your mouth into a cloud, I'm guessing. Soft, almost fluffy, minimal carbonation. It's like, and the bubbles are tiny. It's almost like a massage of bubbles when you drink it. Let's say lovely mouthfeel, really smooth. Taste wise, you are greeted straight away on the nose and on the taste with the rum. I couldn't see any sort of year on this or when it was done or anything. Whether the Americans do that in general, I don't know. Couldn't see a thing on it when it was bottled, when it was best before, I don't know. Won't really matter at this percentage. But I mean, that's something you put that in a cellar. If I could probably leave that for 10 years, not now, but I probably could have left that for 10 years and it would mellow out. So yeah, you are greeted with sort of rum on the nose, rum on the taste, but it's not overpowering. You do get that sort of, you know, if you're drinking maybe a neat rum, but just that sort of not as harsh as that, but you are greeted with that in the taste. Super smooth to drink. Behind that rum, again, it's pretty similar to sort of like what you get on the nose. Is a big malty beer. The back end now, you sort of get that aniseed and dark fruit sort of at the start. The back end, that aniseed, when everything else has gone, that aniseed sort of licorice sort of taste just lingers and lingers and lingers. It's not bitter. There is a little bit of sweetness in there as well. You could maybe, I said maybe caramel on the nose. You maybe get a bit of that on the nose. In the taste, I should say. Also maybe a little bit of chocolate as well. I'll tell you what, that is a banger. 11.7%. I mean, you do get that. You do get that. But you get that from the rum influence in this beer. That's where you sort of get that. But it drinks unbelievably well. You couldn't drink a lot of it. You couldn't drink a lot of it, but I'll tell you what, you could drink it quick and it could find you out. You could end up in a bit of a mess. And is it worth the $16.95 I paid for it? Too right. Too right. I mean, there we go. We see how much is in there. That's just below there now. I don't know if you can see. That's just below the 500 ml mark. So you're talking almost a pint really once you get to the 500. I'll tell you what, it's a belter. Would I recommend somebody picking it up? Definitely. And like I say, $16.95. I mean, if you're being sensible, you could probably get, I reckon you'd get about 4 250 ml glasses out of that. So yeah, still an expensive drink, but as a treat, maybe at Christmas or something, if you're, I don't know, if your mum or dad or something, your dad's coming around, a couple of these between yourselves, yeah, go down a treat. So although I'm not going to finish the video now, I will finish this review. Sierra Nevada's Trip in the Woods rum barrel aged quadruple is an absolute banger. Ooh, and I reckon by the end of it, I'll be half cut. So yeah, so that beer is fantastic and I'm going to enjoy the rest of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through some of the comments now because I got way behind. But I hope you've enjoyed the review. And not only do I hope you've enjoyed the review. Hang on, I've got Christ, bloody hell. Yes, I know. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right, we've caught up somewhere. I hope you've enjoyed the review, but stay and have a chat anyway. So JB's coming again. Don't just talk, Baz. Just sink it and you'll fall back on the comments. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Mom. That's the way to do it. I like to comment. You've made the effort to come in. I need to comment. I need to reply to you all. I think it's only fair. Andy does say I was drooling here. That looks fantastic. Well done on the 2K subs. Great news. Thank you very much, Andy. I sounded like I was saying great news then, but I was actually just reading your comment to me. I sounded like I was congratulating myself. Felt like a right wally then. Yeah. Much appreciated, Andy. Like I say, and this, honestly, this would be right up your street because it's one of them Belgium stuff. It's almost real ale, isn't it? But it's just on steroids, isn't it? And this really does it. Oh, really rich, and the rum, like I say, isn't too in your face. It's there. You get it straight away on the nose. You get straight away on the taste, but it's not too overpowering. I'll probably go to bed smelling like a bloody brewery tonight. The missus will be moaning. Hey, you stink of booze, probably. I'll be getting told off, I will. Lee Renshaw, I could smell it from here. I'll tell you what, mate, you probably could actually, to be honest, because you do get a little bit of booziness on the nose. There's no hiding that. But yeah, it's a fantastic beer. And if you do get the chance, anyone out there that, like I say, if you get the chance to pick it up, certainly if you get a chance to pick it up around the same price that I paid for it, it's well worth picking up. It's one of them treat beers, and certainly birthdays and Christmas. I mean, even at 25 quid, yeah, it's expensive. But if your wife or your mum and dad don't know what to get you and you fancy something a little bit special to put away maybe for 10 years or 5 years or something just to have at Christmas and sit back and enjoy, why not ask for one? It beats a pair of socks and a box of bloody links or something, did it? Death by Cocktail saying hello to Thomas. So let's move on. Falling behind now, mate. Yes, I am, John, but I'm going to get going. Beer looks fantastic. It is fantastic. It's cracking. Kevin said, enjoy. I am. Are you visiting Seychelles? Yeah, probably. Yeah, by the end of it, I will wait. It's got a body of a heavy. It's got a body of a heavy body of a. What is he on about? I think he's taking the piss out of me. JB, if you're still watching, mate, did you watch that video? Did you watch the Grumpy Santa and see me thing come up? That was mental. Where did you get the beer from, and was it expensive? Mark, I got it from Beer Hop, which has gone bust. Yes, it was expensive. It was £16.95, but that was actually reduced from £23.95. And at the moment on Trembling Madness, it's actually £25.95. So yes, an expensive beer, but also a bargain, but also a massive beer for what you're paying. So yeah, it's one of them treat ones. It's not something that I would be it's not something I'd be buying every week. Like I say, I have beer money put by. Every now and then I put an order in online because, as you know, most of my stuff's all the keg stuff over there and that Beer Monster thing. I do a lot of that stuff. And every now and then I put a beer order in for bottles and stuff. So I just sort of treat myself as a bit of a one-off, John's going to nick that one. And I would say it, but I can't say it. And we got everyone doing their chats between them. Right, Death by Cocktail sounds. I can't even talk now, can I? Sounds fantastic. Same size bottle as a basic Moet Janssen Fizz, which is yeah, exactly. Like I said, even if you end up paying full price for it, it's just nobody. I suppose nobody really quibbles, do they? They buy a Moet and Janssen Fizz, which is 35 quid, but they won't they won't spend money on something like this. But really, deep down, it's in the same league. It's just a beer, isn't it? But in the same league as that. NSB, BB. Jesus, no. Oh, right, yeah. I know. I'm bloody confused as well. John likes a good baby sham. I bet you do, John. Sounds nice. Yes, you would like this, Thomas. I'll tell you what, though, you wouldn't want a whole bottle before work. The plan was, I remember saying last week that I'll do it when I hit the 2000s. I never expected to sort of hit it suddenly. So when I hit it Monday morning, I thought, there's no way I can drink that on a bloody Monday night and do a live and get up for work the following day. So I had to sort of arrange it for a weekend because it would just been Seshlyhem. Oh, I can't even say it. Yeah, but I got it now. Big buxom woman. We've got the baby sham glasses and tray for some. Do you know what? We've got a baby sham glass here. Apparently my missus likes a baby sham. We got like a glass, a bottle of baby sham, and a baby sham bauble. It was in one of those Christmas packs for about £3 or something. So we got one actually, as it happens, in a little glass stash. Craig H. Sorry, Craig. I know you got a bit behind. What's the ABV? 11.7%, mate. 11.7. And as Brett said, and as I pretty much thought so, 750ml bottle. So it's a big beer. So actually, 750ml bottle, you wouldn't get 4 250ml glasses, would you? You'd get 3. But you could have 3 good glasses of quality beer. Right, get it. Here we go. I'm catching up with you. Sipping beer is no good, Baz. Do it in a 1. Jesus Christ. No, I'll end up doing reviews like you, John. By the way, I can pour a beer, John. See, I didn't get a big head like you. Oh, that is divine. That is divine. Don't forget to like the post. Thank you very much, Stephen. Yes, feel free to like the post and the video and share it and all that lot if you want to. Obviously, I'd appreciate it. It's always appreciated. Baz is going to Seshlyhem tonight. I am, mate. I will be. I can't get my words out right now. It's not good, is it? To be fair, I had 2 when I got home. And then I've had most of that. And I've had a bit of this, and it's knocked me for 6. I'm a lightweight. JB, £25 might be better value to put in my car. I'll tell you what, mate, you'd be better off. Yeah, you'd be better off drinking it, to be honest. Because then you'd forget to fill your car, and then it wouldn't cost you £114 to do it, like it cost me today on my bloody van. Buggers. Sounds like it tastes a bit different from the whole. Yes, mate. The Holston, actually, I got to admit, the Holston wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I was expecting that to be an awful lot worse. But yeah, I mean, when you get Sierra Nevada, decent brewery, they do decent beers. And they've hit this on the head. There's even maybe a bit of a molasses feel in there as well. Maybe a little bit of chocolate. I mean, you keep drinking it and you can pick up different flavors, different tastes the more you drink. It's amazing what these beers are like, you know, not just Sierra Nevada ones, but the Belgian ones as well. When you do a review, get me TV. When you do a review, you have a 330ml bottle of a Belgian beer, and certainly the way I do it, I tend to drink and I drink and I drink, don't I? And you don't always pick it up. If you drink half of it or 3/4 of it, by the time you come off camera and not had a sip for a few minutes, and then you start drinking it again, you can pick up different things. And there's been many a times where I've added things in the description of beer reviews because I've missed them out in the video. But I suppose it is what it is, and you just have to roll with it, don't you? So Lee Renshaw just looked on the Sierra Nevada video. Barrel aged bottle, 710ml. Okay, 710ml. So no doubt that's going to be 710ml in it. While we're there, might as well give it a top up, haven't we? We might as well get a bit more in there. But if it's going to be, you know, give it a swirl. Oh, nearly overdone it. There is a little bit left in the bottle, but look at that. I mean, it looks sort of jet black on the camera. But it is. It's red at the bottom. This egg part that I can see, it's yeah, it's sort of like a deep mahogany chestnut sort of colour. Can I open the curtain a bit more because the light's gone down? But that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Look at that. That is how you want a beer to look. And you just know that head's not going to disappear instantly. You just know that because it's quality. Bethlehem, Seshlyhem. Yes, I got it now, mate. I got it now. What happened at 3K, or what happens at 3K? God knows, mate. I don't know. Maybe at 3K, Thomas. In fact, actually, depends. Well, I don't know. Depends on how long it takes me to get there, Thomas. I've got a couple of Bourbon counties sitting down there. The oldest one is 4 years old, and the other one's 3 years old. So I don't know if I get to 3,000 in 2 years' time or something. It could be one of them. It could be well aged. Who knows? Yeah. That's you're probably right there, JB. I think that yeah, it'll want a new home, wouldn't it? Probably be in the bloody frying pan or something, I expect. Coordinator's got that one like that. Back in the girls. Back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, the girls like to brandy and baby shan. Worked wonders. I hope you're not trying that one with me, Kev. Less of that, you cheeky bugger. Northern Southerner loosened them up, Kev. Yeah. You could say that. And Gadinator, what's your favourite lager? My favourite lager. Cool. I'll tell you what, Gadinator. What's my favourite lager? You tell me in general, just in general, or do you want to know my favourite lager on the Heineken Blade, on the PD, favourite German lager? I don't know. You tell me. Narrow it down, maybe. Carlin. Ain't bloody Carlin, John. I'll tell you that. It's definitely not Carlin. Definitely not Carlin, I'll tell you. It's very hard with lagers, in all honesty. Oh, yeah. Jumped. Yes, mate. In general, my favourite lager. I've had a lot of Belting lagers. I'm going to shut that again, actually. It was quite bright. I've had a lot of Belting lagers. I've had a lot of good lagers on the PD, a lot of good lagers on the Blade, a lot of good German lagers, a lot of good English brewed lagers that have been sort of like, you know, from decent breweries, if you like. For instance, S43, their Pilsner, fantastic. Pressure Drop. I can't think what it was called now. Something Wednesday or something. Dean from Dean's Beer Review sent it me. Fantastic. I don't know what my actual favourite lager is, if I'm totally honest. But I'll tell you what lager I tried a few years ago before I started doing the YouTube. That when I drank it, it stuck with me. It stuck with me, and that was, I think that was from, oh God, I can't think. Edelstoff, the German lager, Edelstoff something. You'll have to search it. Edelstoff, gold label, big bottle, but a fantastic beer, absolutely fantastic beer. And whenever I see it, it always reminds me of when I had it. So it's stuck with me. It must have been absolutely fantastic at the time. Well, I know it was really good, but the fact that whenever I see it on web shops or something, it always reminds me of the time that I had it. So yeah, JB might know. I can't think who brews it now. I'm lost. I can't remember who brews it, but Edelstoff. It was a German lager, fantastic, 500ml bottle. I think it was about 5.3% as well, but an absolutely belting beer. And that's one I would go back to. Perla Pils. Are you on about Perlenbacher, or am I right in your saying the Polish one, Perla, that you was on about? I'm certain it was you, wasn't it? I'm certain you said to me about the Perla Pils, the Polish beer. Beer Fan TV, are you, pal? How are you? I see you got a PD Pro, by the way. So hope you're enjoying it. You did put something up, didn't you? I haven't watched, I haven't seen that video about the temperature. So are you happy with it? Are you happy? Is it, obviously, maybe you've got some issues. I don't know. Andy does ale skull. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was hideous. That was like glucose infused. It was like drinking a Lucasade. It had that real glucose taste about it. I actually put a video up. I'm not sure if it's that one that somebody commented on, but they said, "Oh, glucose is better for the fermentation or something." It's like great for using the sugar out of that is great for brewing, but for me it leaves that horrible nasty sort of glucose taste in the beer, and nobody wants that, let's face it. Everyone loves it, so he loves it. Good man. Carlin is pissed. Absolutely right, Gadanator. What about on the PD? My favourite lager on PD. Gee, I've got to look at all my bloody things now. I've got to think of all the lagers now that are on there. The Oktoberfest ones are up there, without a doubt. The Lowenbrau Spartan. Spartan is probably off the top of my head at the moment, is probably one of my favourite ones, in all honesty. It's got that German feel about it, but it drinks like a Euro lager, if that makes any sense. Hertog Jan, excellent beer. I quite like Beck's as well, the basic Beck's. Stella, not a big fan of. I did like the unfiltered though. Jupiler is good. Hasseröder is really decent. Bear with me, I'm just going through all my badges to know what lager. There you are, sitting at some bloke looking like he's singing or something. Bud Light, awful. Terrible shit and tenants. Schneider Bayerisch Hells, excellent beer, and it's a shame because that's on the list for going out now. And the Kirsch Premium as well. That was an excellent lager, I think. I think it was £31.50, and I just thought that was a really decent lager. Didn't really sort of amaze you, didn't blow your mind or anything, but what it done was it gave you a decent beer at a low cost price as well. So I really enjoyed that. So probably I'd probably go, the Oktoberfest beers are very different at the time, more heavy. I'd probably go somewhere between the Schneider Bayerisch Hells or the Spartan as my favourite lager on PD, just because not only are they great beers, but they're very drinkable. And the Spartan, Jesus Christ, I can really hammer that Spartan, I really can. JB, Carlin and Babycham, love it. I bet you do, mate. I bet you do. Lowenbrau, yeah, Lowenbrau is one of my favourites. When I first got my perfect draft, which was just over 4 years ago now, I ordered it with Quack and Lowenbrau. Lowenbrau was the first cake that I actually put in, and I'll tell you what, the first pint I had out of a perfect draft, and being a German beer, absolutely amazed me. I was just blown away by the quality of the beer. It was another level. Lowenbrau is excellent. Again, like I say, Lowenbrau Spartan and the Oktoberfest versions are really decent beers. I just find the Spartan a bit more drinkable. Like I say, it's still got that German feel to it, but it has the drinkability of maybe something of a Euro style lager. So you get the best of both worlds, and they both got great ABV as well. 5.Lowenbrau 5.1, if I remember rightly, and Spartan 5.2, but they could both be 5.2. Paul Greenwood, Spartan and Lowenbrau on the PD. Yeah, they take some beating. Like I said, Schneider Bayerisch Hells, I think that's lovely. De Kirsch, it's a shame that's gone because that was another belter. I thought that was really, really good. Very underrated, a little bit like the Hasseröder. Hasseröder is a cracking pint. Hasseröder and De Kirsch, probably the most underrated beers on the perfect draft for me. JB's come in with Pilsner Urquell. Yeah, again, it's a really nice beer, John. There's so many lagers. Kronbacher is another a beauty, a really nice beer. Warsteiner, again, in supermarkets, they're really good quality beers that you can pick up and enjoy, and they go down really well. But I know a lot of people sort of don't like Heineken and this, that, and the other. Heineken on the blade is fantastic. It's got Zipfer, Gosser. They're really good Austrian beers, and I suppose really, let's be honest, they're sort of somewhere near Germany, aren't they? So it's going to have some pedigree to it, isn't it? Too many great beers out there, but the Edelstoff one, I still can't think who brews it or anything, but the Edelstoff one, like I say, that was the one that always comes to mind in general on bottles and that I see, and I just think, wow, I remember having that and it was fantastic. Kev, Lowenbrau back in the day was awesome. Not tried it recently. Well, I'll tell you what, Kev, if you try it, you've got to try it on PD or in a bottle. If you go in Lidl's and you see Lowenbrow 12 cans for fucking $6.99 or something, don't buy it. It's 3.5%. And I was nearly fooled by that. I thought, bloody hell, Lowenbrow in there, $6.99 for 12 cans. Looked at the ABV, it was 3.5%, if I'm correct. Oh, let's go there. On to the next comment, actually. Lee Renshaw, Rothaus Pils is very nice. Yes, I have reviewed that, and that was a decent Pilsner as well. And another one, actually, another lager, was the Hofmeister Hells. I had it on a 5-litre mini keg, and I put it in there, and I tell you what, Jesus Christ, that was a banging beer as well, actually. And I know a lot of people have said I never drank Hofmeister back in the day, probably when I was a kid. You know, you have half a can or something, but you don't taste it. If you're 9 or 10 or something, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, I'll come. Yeah. Yeah, when you're young, you don't really notice, do you? But I'll tell you what, Hofmeister now, I think, is a belter. It's probably is as good as anything out there at the moment. That is sort of a little bit sort of mainstream, really good. Yes, you got it. Augustina. Edelstoff is Augustina. Belting beer. I'll tell you what, if you've not tried it, give it a go. Because like I say, that was the beer that before I started doing reviews and that, obviously I tried different, and I ordered a mystery box set from a box thing from Beer Hawk. It was 2 for 30 quid. You were buying one box, but you were getting the second one free, obviously, because they were short dated. And in that was one of them, and it was fantastic. And I really enjoyed it. You know, so it does hold a little bit of a special thing for me because it's one of them that really sort of just stuck in my head. Kevin's, but yes, Bats, the Polish Perla, give it a go. Yeah, I remember somebody saying, I do apologize if I forgot who it was exactly, but yeah, I thought it was you, and yeah, I've seen it, so I will have to give it a go. I've looked at it. I'm not. JB said that Perla was a banger, so I've got 2 recommendations there, so I definitely need to try it. I'm certain I haven't reviewed it. I don't know if one of you wants to look on my page. I don't recall reviewing it, but maybe I have. I don't know. I've got to go through the comments. I do apologize. Jesus Christ. Hang on. I got lost here. Da, 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 da. Left Blonde. Here we go. I've caught up now. JB said Perla was a banger, by the way. I did miss that one. Left Blonde is a beauty. Yeah, Left Blonde for me. Got me bloody warm in here now. That beer's hitting me now. Left Blonde, yeah. For me, Left Blonde is the level of blondes that you judge any blonde by. If it doesn't hit the left standard, for me, it's not worth drinking. Left 9 for me. Left Ritual 9, yeah, that's a banger. That's on PD as well. And that was actually, it's one of my favourites on PD of the Left range, that is. And it's very drinkable as well. Me and the missus dad done a keg of that in a day. I went around there for Sunday dinner. We done a keg of bloody Left Ritual. Granted, yeah, it's only 10 pints, but we're having it in the glasses. So it's like 9 glasses each or something. 9%, you know, you're drinking it. Getting hot flush on here. How red I'm going. Let's get the old window open. I bet you're all thinking, bloody hell, he's pissed already. I do get warm. I do sweat and everything. I'm a sweaty man. Good evening, Baz. Hope you are well. Are you, Matthew? Thank you for joining us. Have I missed the pour? You have, mate. I'll tell you what. I don't think, no. No, there's absolute. I'm literally getting the dregs out in there. But there we go. It didn't explode. It came out nicely. There was about half a finger of head when I first done it. Filled it up to about where it is now. Drunk a little bit, and then I topped it up. Got a bit carried away, and the head stayed there. But that was a good 10 minutes ago that I actually poured that. So it's gone down over 10 minutes. But for the sort of beer it is, pours really well. Decent beer. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I'll give you a quick re-review if you like. Aroma, malty, rum, a little bit boozy. You got that sort of dark fruit thing in there. maybe a little bit of caramel, if I remember rightly what I said then. Taste wise, again, the rum was pretty much at the forefront. You got the maltiness in the background, then you sort of like got the dark fruit, the licorice aniseed thing going on. Back end, once all that went, that aniseed sort of flavour just lingered and lingered. Now my palate sort of like really adjusted because I've probably had half of it now. I'm not going to say you don't pick it up. You certainly still get it on that initial taste. It's still lingering now, but it wears off a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's a cracking beer, absolute banging. Matthew Barker poured it perfectly. Unlike me, yeah, JB couldn't pour a glass of bloody milk, could he? He's fucking useless, isn't he? I love old JB, he's a star. Elvis juice on the PD badge, you getting it? Yes, I am going to get it, mate. I just found out tonight actually that it's on the website now and released, so I'm going to see if they got the rouge and the blonde, the quack rouge and blonde. If they've got that and the Elvis juice in, I've got beer tokens on my account, so what I will do is bang in an order for 3 kegs just so I can get the 15% off. And Matthew's in again. He's in again. Quack cherry on the PD sounds good, but I'm not really buying the high ABV beer. It's too much when you want something cold and said, yeah, I mean, I would get it, Matthew, and just have some decent cans or bottles in the fridge, because I think it's got to be worth getting, and you just got to get it. But I suppose it's going to be around probably for a bit. No doubt you'll be able to pick it up sort of nearer the time of Christmas. So yeah, you can always just give it a go then, can't you? But it'd be worth getting, I think. Got to be worth getting. Bramwell Brewery, Backroom Brewery, just had a curry and lost. Yeah, again, I've had that again. That was another one I picked that up from Waitrose. Lost and Grounded Hells. Was it Lost and Grounded Hells? Or was it the Keller beer? Yeah, I'm certain I've had the Hells. I'm certain I've had the Hells, but yeah, very decent beer. The thing is, there's so many good beers out there. And I think everyone sort of thinks it's got to be German style, German like, hasn't it, to be decent. And when an English brewery can do that, it's hard to pick an an outstanding one that really stands out. They're all really very good. If a brewery gets a decent beer good, it's hard to pick a winner if they're really that good. Apparently JB's had a moan at them about that. I was talking to JB today as it happened. He said, I went up there today and he said, I told him about you and you weren't happy about getting 2 brown paper bags. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like I said, I ordered one just to make up the 30 quid. And I was hoping that they would look at that order, maybe use a little bit of common sense as well and say, hang on, he's ordered one of these, so we won't put one in there. We'll change it for another one. But they didn't. But, if it turns out that I love it, which, I probably won't now because I've got 2. I probably won't. But if it turns out I love it, I've got a beer that I can actually sit down and drink and enjoy. God, Jesus Christ, keep going past these comments. Paul Greenwood, can't beat a lager and a curry at Mr. Bramwell. No, you can't, to be honest. And to be fair, if you have a curry and you've got Tiger on the blade, it does go on. Chris Littlewood, you're not watching the Senior Darts Masters, Baz? I'm not, mate. Certainly not at the moment. I'm here talking to everyone else. But no, I haven't watched any darts for a long time, to be honest. Not even the normal PDC stuff. I've not watched any. Life just seems to fly by. Weekends come, and next minute you woke up and they're gone. You wake up and it's Tuesday or something. It's the downside to getting older. Trust me, the downside to getting older. Life goes. Any young ones out there watching, I tell you what, make the most of your life while you're young, because I'm telling you, people say when they're 18, God, life flies by. When they hit 30, they hit 13, they think, bloody hell, life's gone. Make the most of your life. I wouldn't totally say just live for today, but if you get opportunities to do stuff, do it, because before you know it, your life will be gone, and it genuinely will. It will be gone. Steve Sam, what about Samuel Smith's organic lager? I have a lot of time for it. I've got to admit, I liked it, but I didn't. It wasn't as good as I was expecting. There was something about it that just didn't sit with me personally. It had a little bit, I would say, of something, a little bit of a cheap nastiness in there for me, my own personal taste. Well, it was certainly, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Maybe I had high expectations, but I know a lot of people like it, and if you like it, why not? Just quickly, I've cooled down a bit now. I've had a bit of fresh air in. Bloody doors rattling, so shut that. Stop it rattling. Matthew Barker just talked to him. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, got all the piss taking coming on now. Steve Salmon loved the Samuel Smith lager too. Yeah, I didn't, like I say, I didn't dislike it. There was just something there that didn't do it for me. We all have different tastes, don't we? We all have different tastes, so it doesn't mean anyone's wrong or anything. Yeah, everyone having a good laugh at Baz because everyone likes laughing at Baz, bastards. Tommy McAllister, hope you are well, Baz. Congratulations on 2000. Currently on a keg of Hertog Jan. Thank you, Tommy. Much appreciated, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching me. Yeah, reaching 2000, a massive milestone. Like I said to Thomas before, well, no, I didn't. He was like, he put a thing up about views, I think, or whatever. Any milestone for anyone doing this is a milestone. You go out, you start out, and you don't really know what to expect. You don't know what to get. So the fact that you commit time into doing something and people watch, however big that milestone, I remember it in my first 100. I was amazed. It was incredible, and I'm probably more chuffed really with it in the 2000 than I was the 1000. In all honesty, because I think I don't know. The first 1000 sort of steamrolled, and then the second 1000, I think I joined at the right time, really, on YouTube, and that first 1000, I would say, it felt like it come quite easy, and I think that's because everyone was watching, everyone was at home. Life was pretty shit, and people were doing stuff like that, and I happened to hit it at the right time with the perfect draft and that as well, because all that was taking off as well because of lockdown. But yeah, I think I appreciate the 2000 probably more than the 1000 in all honesty. But yeah, every milestone is a good milestone, and respect to anyone that actually comes out and does this shit, because you open yourself to a lot of abuse in all honesty. And Hertog Jan is a cracking beer. Lee Renshaw, Utopian do fantastic lagers. Yes, I've had one of them, and I don't know if you've seen me video, but I've done an unboxing. I've got about another 4 coming up, and they do like German style lagers, so I'm looking forward to them. The one I had was really nice, so hopefully the others are going to be decent as well. Matthew Barker, you couldn't make up. I know, yeah, it's unreal. In fact, a lot of the ones in there, I was hoping, if you actually go on their website, they've got almost like a new range, haven't they, at the top? And I was thinking, oh, wouldn't mind that. And what I got was all the ones at the bottom where I was going, not really bothered about that, not really. It's what it is. I got them cheaper, and excuse me, it's what it is. David Jones, I've not seen David for a long time. How are you, pal? Hope you're well, mate. Thank you very much. Well deserved. Yeah, I suppose it is really. It's like I say, it's very bonkers. I do put lots of videos out. I do try hard at doing it. Hopefully, I don't over push everything. Probably there are times where I flood the channel with too much, but I like to think I'm quite down to earth, and I don't, go silly where I annoy people. Well, I probably do. So yeah, it's fantastic, and I am chuffed myself as well, and I appreciate you watching and everyone else. And all your comments and you tuning in. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's mental, really. It's mental. Rasco and Disco, how are you? How are you? Evening. And number congrats. Thank you, Disco. And yes, I know we keep saying we're going to, well, I'm the one slowing you down, yeah, but we'll definitely get this darts thing on. It's definitely something I want to do. It's definitely something I want to get cracking with and making it regular. I just need to find some time to try and bloody get on and try and sort out all the camera and shit. But as soon as I do, mate, we will be going ahead with it as soon as possible. So I haven't forgotten about you. I do want to do it. Don't worry, I haven't dumped you or whatever, like, or shit on you. I want to get cracking with the dartsing because that's going to be good fun. Not only hopefully people are going to enjoy watching it, but I'm going to enjoy having a game of darts and having a bit of a crack with you, mate. So thank you very much, pal. JB, exactly, Baz. When you get older, you look at the time you had younger. And speaking to a camera, getting fit. Yes. I don't know what you mean, mate. I don't know what you mean. But seriously, though, yeah, anyone young out there, any good opportunities you get in life, take them, because I'll tell you what, I had this conversation with my missus just the other day, actually. Well, it was last weekend, I think, last weekend. That used to have the daughter at home all the time because she's special needs. Once a month, she used to go away to a carer. So we would sort of pretty much get a day and a half to ourselves. So we'd drop her off on the Saturday morning, pick her up about Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. And we'd be up, we'd drop her off, I don't know, 9:30, 10, 11 o'clock, and we'd disappear then. We wouldn't come home till sort of like 8 o'clock at night. Then we'd stop up, we'd get a curry or something, we'd have a drink, we'd watch TV till midnight, we'd get up on Sunday, we'd go out and do this, that, and the other. And then weekends felt longer than what we actually have now. And we have the whole weekend now. There's no daughter at home because she's off doing her independent living and that. And yeah, it just goes to show you don't feel like you have any time. You know, when you wake up in the morning, rather than needing like an hour to wake up, it's like 3 hours now, and you're like, Jesus Christ, the day's gone already. So yeah, make the most of it. Kev, the downside to getting older is remembering beers how they used to be before. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you know, my biggest gripe with beers is when they lower the ABV. Why do it? Why do it? But you know, they're not just trying to please the odd person like me or you. What they're trying to do is sell it to the masses. And you know, me and you, Kev, are never going to beat the masses. Don's Beer Reviews is in. Congrats on the milestone. Thank you, Don. Lovely bloke. I'll tell you what, I haven't watched a lot of Don's for a while, I'll be honest. So if you're still watching, Don, I do apologise. Videos just come out and out and out and out, and I do struggle sometimes. I do have spells where, and I think I'm going through it, where I struggle to watch videos of people. You know, I do my own stuff and I want to, and I sit there and I want to watch it and I want to click on it, and I just think I can't be asked. And it's nothing against Don or any other beer reviewer. It's just, you just get so YouTubed out sometimes. But no doubt I'll probably end up sitting down one point, looking at Don's beer reviews and watching about 20 on the trot. But Don's a lovely bloke, by the way. I'm gonna give Don a shout out. He's a lovely guy, and I do want to do a live with Don. He's got the PD Pro and all that. Cracking bloke, and I got a lot of time for him. He just seems really genuine. Remember watching him right at the very start, and that, and he comes out and he says he's learning and this, that, and the other, like we all are. It's when you try it, you're picking up different things and what have you in taste and that, and you just evolve from it. And it is a case of learning what you pick up and what have you. But he's a lovely bloke anyway. Rambling on there, but yeah, he's a top man. He's top man. Rasco, I put a couple of Utopian cans in trembling. Yes, I hope you enjoyed, mate. I'll tell you what, actually, I don't know what cans you've picked up. Maybe message me. Are we on Facebook? I can't remember now. I know we got the WhatsApp. We're on, aren't we? We're on the WhatsApp, and you've got us on Instagram, haven't you? Maybe if you want to do a collab vid, a joint video or something. Not collab. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? Joint video. If we got the same beers, and you want to do a video of one beer or something, bang it up on your channel or whatever, let us know, and we can maybe do that. Good, David Jones. I'm good, thank you. You always do honest reviews. Cheers, Dave. I'm glad you're well as well. To be honest, I try and do honest reviews. I think everyone does. There's some people out there maybe that literally do it for the money, and they have to bullshit just to build up views or something, or to please certain people. I'm not going to say anyone's name because, you know, it's not down for me to say or any, but I like to think I do honest reviews, and, you know I buy all my beer pretty much. I do get the odd freebie sent to me, but very, very rare. But so I think when you're buying the beer, you need to be honest, and it's only fair to be honest anyway, isn't it? You know, I actually turned down, I got an offer from a company. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to start mentioning names and sounding like a bit bitchy. Still cracking. Do you know what? Look at that. You think how long ago I topped that up, put the last bit in there, and it's a quadruple, 11.7%. Look at that, and it's still looking fantastic. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I got an offer from a company to review beers, and they said they would send me beers, but I couldn't actually review them. What I had to do was just give my points across. I wasn't allowed to say whether I liked it or not. I wasn't allowed to say whether it's worth picking up or not. And as tempted as I was to get lots of free beer, I couldn't do it because it was against my principle. And I did ask a mate, and I asked him what he thought of it. Scott, actually, Scott from Scott and Wonders World. I had a chat to him, and because it's always very, you know, I was on 1600 at the time, and the channel was growing nicely. But I know that when you start accepting freebies from companies, it's frowned upon, and people think you've been bought out and that. So I asked his opinion on that, and he did say at the time, he said it's something you've got to be very wary of, and you've got to think hard about. And it wasn't that I didn't know what I wanted to do. I think what I needed was confirmation of what I wanted to do. So yeah, having a chat to Scott sort of set my mind straight. It didn't finish the negotiations, if you like, with this company, but nothing come of it. So I don't get any freebies from anyone, as much as I'd maybe like to, basically because they weren't willing to let me actually give my honest opinion. They were obviously more bothered about their company and getting their name out there rather than my reputation. Well, for me as a YouTube reviewer, my reputation wasn't, you know, they weren't bothered, but my reputation was more important to me than them. So I didn't go for it, and I will still order from them. Don't get me wrong, I do order stuff. I haven't ordered anything from them for a while, but I will order stuff from them still. I've got no hard feelings in that. It's just how things are. My channel's still going well. No doubt their business is still doing all right. So everyone's won, isn't they? Paul Greenwood, Utopian Vienna Keller Lager is top notch. I've got a can of that, Paul. That was actually in my Trembling Madness order. So looking forwards to that. Well, looking forwards to that. Yeah, the beer's kicking in now, isn't it? You're watching me. I'll probably be slurring my words and going by the end of the video, probably, yeah. And then you'll all remind me of it in the next video or something, or in the morning. Anyone that's got me message, will be messaging me saying, God, Bash, you were pissed. Anyway, Rasco Disco beer reviews. No worry on the darts, Baz. We'll get there for a few hours. Yes, mate. Yeah, we will. Honestly, I really want to. I enjoyed that little practice we had. It's nice having you chat with you. And I think we both have a love for darts. So, you know, like I say, most of it's for me, the dancing will be, if you like. It won't be because I want everyone else to watch, but, you know, you may as well do that because some people might enjoy it. Matthew Barker, funny how your videos evolve over time when you look back. I remember when JB was in the shitter. I'll tell you what, I started watching JB, and when I got friends with him on YouTube and was talking to him and Facebook and all that lot, it probably a while ago now. I kind of don't think it was in the early days, but it probably was. That I remember him being in that one room and how he just had that tuft on his chin, didn't he? And he had no hair or anything, and he looked about 20 years younger, even though it was only 6 years ago. Oh, hang on. My missus is, well, she ain't talking to me. I can hear my missus talking. It was me. That always fools you, doesn't it, when someone talks in another room? But anyway, yeah. John's videos. When you look back, it's Yeah, it's mad. And you do evolve. I mean, if I look back at my first videos, first video I ever done, I've said this before, the first video I ever done, I was watching Dean and I was watching Scott from Scott Wonders World, and I got friendly with them. I was talking to them and they were replying, which was nice, you know. It is nice when people to reply to you, take time out to reply to you. And then, I don't know, maybe it's the same for you lot watching me. I don't know, but yeah, I was getting friendly with them, so I actually sent them a video because I said to them, "Oh, I wouldn't mind doing this or giving it a try." And yeah, when the first video I sent them is actually my first ever review, and it's the Vectron. So if anyone hasn't watched it and you want to go back and look at it, you'll see how different I am. You'll see how more confident I am. Whether the video is any better or not, I probably highly doubt. I don't know, but yeah, you do evolve. You evolve over time. Slurpy Dave's in again. This is another man that you need to subscribe to. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but you're on about 250. I love his videos. He gives you a little bit of local knowledge, not local knowledge. He gives you a little bit of local information. He tells you about the Isle of Man and that. He's a lovely bloke. He likes to drink, and I just enjoy watching him. He only puts about one out every couple of weeks or something, I think, Dave. But yeah, subscribe to Slurpy Dave if you haven't, because he's a cracking bloke. He is really a lovely bloke. Steve Salmon with the ABV thing, they've started. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It really fucking bugs me though. It really does. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Do apologise. Everything was going tits up. Jesus Christ, I'm miles behind here, aren't I? Here we go. Right, Don's beer review. Spot on trying to find the time to catch up. Yeah, it's tough, mate. You know, some people have more time than others, and that's not knocking them or anything. If you got the time to do it, it's great. I used to have the time. I used to watch lots. I used to religiously watch people, but you come home, you have your tea. After you've been at work, you have a shower. You try and do a beer review. Obviously, the wife wants to spend time with you and what have you, which is understandable. You know, I'm a good-looking guy, but yeah, it is hard to keep up with all. I'm joking. I'm not a good-looking guy. I know that shit. Well done, Bazza. Watching you from bloody hell. He's in Spain now. It's all right for some, isn't it, mate? I tell you. Oh, Slurpy Dave saying hi to Don, and he's saying hello to Rascu. PJ, congrats on the sub count. Don't go all family channel on us now, flexing with the Tesla. Oh, bloody hell, Christ. I'll tell you what, mate, I don't. As much as, do I earn money from it? Yes, I do earn money from it. Do I earn life-changing money? No. And any money I have from YouTube always goes back into the channel. It's an agreement. Well, it's something that I always said I would do anyway, but my wife's happy with that. So any money I get from YouTube goes into buying new beers. Any overtime or weekend money I get goes into buying new beer. So generally, I don't really spend much of my wages on anything apart from the wife, I think. But the orders that I got the other day, Trembling Madness and S43, pretty much come from beer money. So, you know, I don't go over the top. That, you know, I could probably afford to, but then again, there's only me that drinks here, so there's only so much beer I can drink. So I try and control myself. But yeah, it's nice to pick a few different ones up. But there is no chance of a Tesla coming on this driveway. No chance, I'm afraid. I'm not making that much money. Rasco said hello to Slurpy or Disco as. Excuse me. Here we go. Slurpy. This is a downside to Slurpy Dave. If you watch Slurpy Dave's channel, what you will end up getting is some real cheesy jokes. Some are great. Some make you go, oh, for fuck's sake, Dave. And others make you laugh like fuck. But yeah, he's just met the local Spanish flasher called Senor Willie. He's a bugger, isn't he? Paul Greenwood, yes, I like Don's reviews, PD King. Yeah, Don is a lovely bloke. You know, I look at, you know, even me at my age, I'm an old man. You kind of look at Don, don't you? You can look at Don. he's your granddad, isn't he? You look at Don, he's your mellow granddad who, you know, that's the kind of feeling he gives you, doesn't he? Not in a bad way either, not like that. I hope that don't sound weird. But yeah, he's a top bloke, so check him out. And like I said before, anyway, Slurpy as well. Give him a go. Are you Paul on my mate? Yeah, he's right. Yeah, we got a few doing their hellos and all that. I've got to catch up, haven't I? So there we go. Yeah, Slurpy Dave's not had a San Miguel or an Australia yet, showing off. Is that what's the company actually said? Are you on about when I said about freebies? I'm not going to go into too much detail, but like I said, I was offered to get sent beers. Yeah, and they didn't actually want me to review them. It wasn't Brewdog, put it that way. It wasn't Brewdog. It was actually probably a third-party company that was offering, I'll call it a third-party company. It wasn't a direct brewery or anything. It was a third-party company that wanted to send me beers and sort of wanted me to do videos for them pretty much. And I couldn't get out of them whether I was still allowed to review them on my channel without upsetting them. So, but basically, yeah, that went out the window. So, hey ho, is what it is. It don't matter. At the end of the day, my channel's grown since then. It's not affected me. So, if they get that desperate, they'll come back and say, all right, then you can do it. We'll send you beers and you can be as honest as you like. But, Kev, honesty is everything, Baz. That's why you're so popular. Well, I hope so, mate. I mean, that is a good thing about buying your beers. The fact that I buy, like I say, I had Palm sent to me from a subscriber. I've had the odd beer sent to me from breweries, but it is the odd beer. But when you're buying them yourself, you can be totally honest. As a consumer, you have every right to fucking moan if you're not happy. And as long as I'm still buying the beer, if I don't like the beer and I think it's shit, it's going to get slated. End of. I try and be fair, but there are some beers out there, that are shocking and need to be ripped apart and fucking given 3 arseholes, basically. Right, Rasco Disco beer reviews. Yeah, Baz, got the Utopian. Oh, in that case, mate, yeah, I've got both of them. So if you want to do a joint review on any of them, give us a shout. Like I said, message us and we'll try and sort something out. Nothing wrong with a few freebies, Baz. Perks. Yeah, it's nice to get a few freebies. Like I said, Purple Moose contacted me and they sent me their tropical IPA. 4 cans of it, and I reviewed that, and that was very nice that they got in touch with me. And there's nothing wrong with freebies as long as you can go out and be honest about it. Obviously, I think what I sent 1 can away to Dean. If I remember rightly, I sent 1 to Dean. I reviewed 1 very fresh, and it was very fresh. I reviewed another one about a month after where it mellowed out, and the other can I just drunk. But I think, if they want you to try their beers and they want someone's opinion on it, you've got to be honest. You can't be just chatting shit and saying, oh, this is a fantastic beer when it's not, because all it does is harm you, isn't it? And I, like I say, freebies are great. The perks of the job, but it's a lot easier. And I think everyone will say it's a lot easier to be 100% honest when you've bought that beer, because you don't owe anyone anything, do you? If you spent your hard-earned cash and you come out and say that is shit, you've got every right to. When it's free, you feel a little bit obliged to, as honest as you want to be. You probably aren't as harsh maybe as you would be. PJ, hit the like button, guys. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you, PJ. Yes, hit the like button. Hit the like button. I should be promoting my own channel, shouldn't I? Slurpy Dave, cheers, Bazza. Got to dash. What's your local fight? Yes. No worries, Dave. Thank you for tuning in. You've probably gone now because it's been that long, but enjoy your beer, enjoy your holiday, and I'll see you again soon, mate. Cheers. Don's beer reviews. Cheers, Slurpee. Don't get too drunk. Oh, he will, Don. He'll be rat-arsed. Yes, I did get there in the end, mate. I did get there. I did get there. You're welcome, mate. You're a lovely bloke. It's okay. Go watch a fight. Yeah. He's selfish, and he Vasco and Disco. Window, I Slurpy Dave, pubs and all this, that, and the other one. What an amazing beard. Oh, I'll tell you, well, you're drinking it, aren't you, mate? You've had this. It's a fantastic beer. Luke, tell me what you paid for it, mate. I paid 17 quid. You let me know what you paid for it. You let me know if you think this beer is worth it. I mean, it's another level. It's not a session one. It's not one you're going to, 17, 20, 17, depending on what you pay for it, really. I mean, if you're paying 20 quid upwards for a bottle of beer, it's not one you're going to sit there and just chuck down your neck. It warrants more than that. These sort of beers are like, this is what I've reviewed. Anyone that's jumped in, this is what I've reviewed. This is it in a glass, what I've got left. These beers, they're not just a beer. These beers are like buying an absolute quality whiskey or a quality bottle of rum, something that you sit down and you enjoy. You don't chuck down your neck, and quite frankly, at that percentage, you couldn't chuck it down your neck. So yeah, although expensive, the quality is there. Actually, but yeah, try what you mean. Yeah, that's a problem, Matthew. It's I find being on YouTube, there's some people I don't get to watch very often, or how can I put it? I don't know. You have your favourites, and you have ones behind it, if you like. And sometimes you can't even keep up with your favourites. And then there's times you think I should really be watching them. I should be giving them a bit of my time because I don't watch too many of them. And I think it's only fair. I think you always try and support everyone, but it's very hard. It's very hard, Simo Sups is in. All right, Baz, how are you, Simo, mate? How are you feeling, pal? Poor old Simo. He's come down with a case of the old C, the big C. Not that big C, that 2 year sort of break that we all had. He's got that thing, because apparently you can't say that shit, can you, anymore? Yeah, so he's not been very well. He's not been very well. So I hope you're feeling better, mate. Matthew Buck, are you getting the Elvis? I will be, Simo. I'll be giving it a go. Thank you, Simo. You've been watching me for a long time, and it's much appreciated. And again, Simo's one that you need to subscribe to. You think I'm down to earth and honest. He's the Peter Kay of bloody beer reviews. He is. He's a lovely lad. He's another one that I don't always get around to watching. And I do feel guilty. I feel guilty with some of these ones that I do want to watch, and I just don't get around to it. Or I just can't be asked, just because of because life gets in the way. But I'm sure Simo's the same. There's not just mine. There's probably 101 bloody people that he just doesn't get round to watch. And I'd like to think that when you're in doing this and you are busy and there's no sort of hard feelings, you sort of understand that it's hard to do what you can. PJ, beer reviews are so obvious now, knowing the guys that actually buy it and the guys that get it for free. Yeah, I've had, like I say, I've had the odd freebie. But I champion Stonehouse Brewery, which is local to me. It's literally a mile down the road. It's the other end of Oswestry, if you like. I champion them a lot because they're small, they're traditional, they're local. Every beer I get from them, I buy. I bought 8 bottles of Two Thongs double IPA, and I sent 4 of them out. I think I've sent 2 before anyway, last year, to JB and Dean. I sent to Chris's beer reviews, Simo Sups, Paul T's beer reviews. Yeah, I think that's it. But you know, I'd like to champion a brewery. I get nothing from them. So, and I know I sort of big them up big time, but I'm not getting nothing from them. So, and it don't really bother me because I'm not doing it for that. Obviously, you kind of think, oh, it'd be nice if, you know, but it doesn't bother me. It's just great to get not new breweries, but breweries out there that people don't know about. And you know, if I do kiss their ass, I certainly don't get any recognition from them for kissing their ass. Put it that way. But I am open to get a review with them, not review, a live, do a Q&A with them. So that's another video that I need to sort out. I've got Rasco to sort out. I've got so many videos I want to do, and I don't even get to do them. So when we go on about watching people, it's hard to bloody keep up, like I say. Luke John beer reviews, 23.50 and totally worth it. Complexity is real. Honestly, yeah, you can drink this. I mean, I've been on hour and 36. I've probably been drinking this for an hour and a quarter, something like that. And you get so many different things. It does mellow as you drink it. But yeah, it's worth every penny. I mean, that's quality. Where did you get it from, Luke? 23.50. Was that from Beer Hop or somewhere else? Let me know. Matthew Barker. Simo substance will be just go on. Yeah, they're having a bit of a private chat there. I'm Jesus Christ, fucking hell, Baz, you're way behind. Right, had Sierra Nevada Spice Barrel Aged Bigfoot. Yes, I haven't seen that. I saw you put it up, but again, like I said, I haven't caught up with all your videos. Oh God, I've forgotten his name. The big American fella, coloured bloke. Don, help me out here, mate. He reviewed it as well, actually. Jesus Christ, I can't think of his name. Can't think of his name. I do apologise as well, anyone that's seen. Reggie, mate. But on the mend. Does it hit you hard then? It's hit you hard, does it, mate? It's funny how it hits everyone different. David Wilson's in. Are you, David? Thank you for joining, mate. Window Thomas, really hard to support everyone. And what's everyone? Everyone is everyone, isn't it? It's hard to support everyone you subscribe to, Thomas. Although you managed to do it really well. You can say coronavirus, it don't do anything. Yeah, I'd just like to be safe in it. Thomas is saying hi to David. There are so many different viewers out there. Yeah, you can't watch every channel, but you'll know yourself. Thomas, Will, Simo, Slurpy Dave. You subscribe to an awful lot, I would think. And I do my stuff on the phone. You just get a big list of subscribers. What I try and do is I kind of work from the top down, but then I'll get so far down, I think I've had enough watching videos. And then the next time you go on, it's the same thing. So it's very hard. Have that one to try on. You've got that, have you, Dave? The Bigfoot one. If I have a chance to get it, I'll get it. I'll probably pick it up. I've got to go now, Baz. Really enjoyed this live session. Have a great evening. Thank you, Kev. Much appreciated, mate. Appreciate your input in the video. And yeah, have a good night. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourself, pal. And thanks for tuning in. Top man. Top man. Want to savour the yeah. They always are, and is that a challenge, Simo? Rod J, that's the one, Simo. I'm just scrolling down, yeah. I've got to get going. Well done on 2K, Baz. Thank you, mate. Have a good weekend yourself. Yeah, I know I'm rambling on. I will try and leave you all in peace soon. Sierra Nevada Cascade Club. Ooh. Not heard of that. That's a new one on me, mate. Less spring on the PD, just in the can. Same for me, Paul. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. I reviewed that last year. And I managed to get a free keg this time, along with the lower brow I've got. Now, it wasn't sent to me on purpose. I wasn't getting a freebie, although it was a freebie. What it was, Beer Hawk made a fuck up. And they sent me 2 kegs of somebody else's beer. And I thought, well, why should I send it back or say anything? they've made the mistake. Let the bloke complain to them and get 2 more kegs sent out. So I had a couple of freebies. So, but yeah, I reviewed it last year, like I said, and I had it this year. And I actually found it a lot better this year. And I don't know if anything's changed or whether it's just me, but I found it really, really nice this year. And it went down actually pretty quick. Went down pretty quick for me. Yeah. Yep. Don's helped me out there. And Simo, Rod J. I should be shot. And Thomas as Rod. Everyone's bloody, you know, thank you. Thank you. You're picking up. You're making me look silly now, aren't you? I can do that myself. Don't need anyone else. Sorry, Miss Now. I had a family emergency. No, I don't blame you, Mark. Christ, I wouldn't want to sit and listen to me for a fucking hour and a half. Jesus Christ, I go on, don't I? I haven't bored anyone to sleep, apart from my missus. Apart from my missus. I couldn't bore her to sleep. She never listens. Luke John, I've got 13% spiced Bigfoot. Nice one. Nice one. I'll be looking out for that. And what I'll have to do is watch yours and watch Don's, and actually probably watch Rod J's. Try and get you all in there and see what you all think of it. Don's sub to Luke. I'll keep an eye out for the room. Good man. Good man. So I've actually caught up with all the comments. I've still got my bit of palm here, actually. So I'll drink that. I think what I'll do is I'll drink this. We'll get this down. I'll try and close it soon because you don't want to keep sitting here listening to me talking rubbish. I wouldn't have thought so anyway. I don't know if I've picked a lucky night actually for lives. I don't know if there's many going on because I've had quite a few people tuning into this one and watching me and listening. So it's been really good. I've got to admit, there's been an awful lot of interaction. We'll go through the comments again. Thomas just asking Mark if everything's okay. Luke said thanks. And anyone seen my missing? It was another bloke called, but funny enough, Mark, we'll mention it. I ordered, I can't think what the kegs were. It was 2 new kegs. So I only ordered 2 kegs. Just quickly, we've gone to this one. Have a good night, folks. It's the next 2K. Thank you, Don. Cheers, mate. Much appreciated. Go and enjoy some beer. Go and enjoy some beer and have some peace instead of having me doing your ears in. Northern Monk, Faith and Futures, Northern Monk. Good man. I've not done any supermarket stuff for a while. It used to be a thing that I always done, but I don't worry too much now. Mark talking to Thomas. There's always Stuntman Steve lies. Yeah, fair dues. He does bang out the lies, but I didn't notice anyone else sort of like doing any, and it wasn't why I've picked tonight. I just happened to pick tonight for it. But yeah, it's great that everyone's tuned in. It is much appreciated. Let me just go back to a couple of comments. I missed one. Where was I? I was talking about something now. I forget. Oh dear, I've missed it. Yes, yeah, somebody commented about Mark. It was Mark, wasn't it? There we go. Let's find it again. Yes, Mark put my missing keg. Yeah, basically, going back to this comment was I ordered 2 kegs. There was 2 new kegs out, and I only ordered 2, and then but I think I was expecting a glass with it. So when it turned up, it came up in 2 boxes, and I thought, oh, okay. No, it wasn't a glass actually. It had 2 kegs, but they come in the small boxes, smallish boxes. So I thought, oh, they put 1 keg in one in another. When I opened the one was 2 kegs that I ordered. So I thought, what the fuck's this other box? When I opened it, it was a lower brow and a left spring. And on the top, what they've done is they put the delivery stickers on the box, which were both for me. So they must have printed it out twice. But the actual order form inside was for someone called, I don't know, Brian Wilson or something. I don't know, something like that anyway, or Barry Wilson or something. And yeah, so I opened it up and I just went, ooh. And I could have been honest, and I probably should have been honest, but I am human. And I thought, Beer Hawk gets enough money out of me, so I'm going to take advantage of this. So yeah, I was naughty. I probably will go to hell and everything for that, but you know, who wouldn't make the most of it? Yeah. So we've caught up on the comments now. We've got 17 watching. Anyone that has just joined in who wasn't watching before, Sierra Nevada, Trip in the Woods, Rum Barrel Age Quadruple, 11.7%. It's coming in at 700 and it's coming in a, thought it was a 750ml bottle. It's actually 710ml bottle. It's an absolutely belting beer. Sierra Nevada makes some lovely beers. Look at that. That has been sat there for an awful long time, in all fairness, and that still looks fantastic. It's a belting beer. It's a little bit boozy. It is dying off a little bit now, in all fairness, that carbonation. The rum's still there, malty, aniseed, licorice, maybe a little bit of sweetness in there, no bitterness, but it's a belting beer. So yeah, I don't think there's much more I can say. We've had lots of interaction, which I much appreciated. Or just quickly, I was going to sort of start ending it there. Lee Renshaw, hello, is that Beer Hawk? Yeah. No, I'm guessing it's yeah. I was getting a little bit confused then. I was thinking you're trying to make out that Beer Hawk was the one that wanted to send me the kegs. And no, it wasn't them. But yeah. No, who would be daft enough? Who would be daft enough to get the wrong kegs or be sent somebody else's order and actually own up? You'd be a little bit daft, wouldn't you? You know, and that goes to show that I'm not making so much money that I need to turn freebies away. We all need freebies, don't we? We all love a freebie. Oh dear. We'll be adding one of those next time from the Cascade. Yeah, I'll go on there and have a look myself actually at that. I've never heard of them, so it's always good to hear of new websites for getting different beers. Because, like I say, I know I do order a lot for the machines. I always try and, you know, get the new stuff as well, even if it's only one. But it's always nice to have, you know, different websites to order from. It's exciting for me as well because I don't know what I'm going to pick up from there. So, yeah. PJ, my name is Barry Wilson. I got a box of dildos. Do you know what, Dave? Actually, or PJ, I should say. My wife used to work for Ann Summers, so we have a lot of brand new stock, not ex-display or ex-tested stuff sitting in one of the rooms upstairs. So I wouldn't need any of that. So yeah, I would ring them up and say, hang on, you can have these back or not have them back, or you know, you'd have kept up, to be honest. Yeah. I would, Mr. Wilson. Well, that's it. Yeah. You know, I mean, this was ages ago. I've only come out and said it now. But the left spring's gone. The lower brow is still here, actually. So that's still to come out. But that had a really good date. I think I got that. Something stupid. It was about March time, I think, if not before. And I think the lower brow had like November on it. So I've had no rush to drink it, but it's what it is. They'll have to go without, won't they? Lee has said, good watch tonight, Baz. Thank you, Lee. Much appreciated, mate. I do appreciate everyone watching and commenting because it makes it worthwhile. I always come onto these live videos. I don't, something like this, when I do a review, I kind of think half an hour maybe, if people get involved. We're at 1 hour 50 now. My review was about 10 minutes and everyone's like hung on and watched and commented. It's great. It's great that I can bloody hell. Well, I don't know if it's great that I can keep your attention or it just shows how bad TV is these days. That I can have you watching me for 2 hours, but it's fantastic. I do appreciate it. And again, thanks to everyone that has subscribed. Just go through a couple of comments again because I'm getting behind. Yeah, Lee Renshaw's doing about that. All right, Cascade Club. Like I say, I'll have a look out for that and I'll have a nosy. Do you not go in the back room and try? No, I don't, Paul Greenwood. I have been known to put on a couple of German bits of gear. I got a long lost sister called Helga. Now, if you go back to my Spartan Oktoberfest review and even Scott's charity video live that he done, you'll see my long lost sister. Good looking girl she is. She's not bad looking bloke either, to be fair. So yeah, I'll let the wife do the hand summer stuff. She can wear that. Okay, right, we're getting near the end now. Mark's he's got to go again. Congrats on 2000. Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated, mate. Keep the videos coming. Do them as and when you want and enjoy it. That's the biggest thing. Enjoy it. Do what you want. Sod anyone else. You're going off to watch Love Island now, yeah. I'll tell you what, that would be a thing. Mark watching Love Island. Jesus Christ, that'd be a video in itself, wouldn't it? Right. It's all coming to an end. I've got 13 watching, but a lot are going. I'm going to end it now. So while we're quickly, thank you to everyone that has watched. Well, actually, we'll do that afterwards. Sierra Nevada, that's what you come here to watch. Trip in the woods, absolutely banging beer. Yes, it was expensive. Yes, it was worth every penny. It's an experience drinking that sort of stuff. I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste. It's like a bloody good wine or a bloody good whiskey, but in beer form. Excellent beer. I'm happy with what I spent on it. A big thank you to all the new subscribers. Like I say, anyone that hasn't subbed that is watching, please feel free to subscribe. It's up to you. It would make me happy, but you don't have to. Just keep watching if you want to. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. And that's it, really. So I will see you again soon on another beer review, but have a good weekend. Cheers.